So very rarely, well, maybe several times in the past, I just didn't have enough time to make content. So I kind of do it in the other days, like the weekdays. I know it's cheating, and some of my friends even told me, just change your name from My Brunei Weekend to My Brunei Week, which is a kind of good idea, but no. I'll stick to My Brunei Weekend. There's a reason and a deeper meaning to why the weekend is my target choice. Yep, staying My Brunei Weekend. Hey everyone, my name is Danny, and if you don't know, this is My Brunei Weekend. It's a place where I talk about the random things that I do over the weekend. So what happened this weekend, or rather last weekend, is that I didn't have enough time to do content because I was doing freelance work for photography and videography. I'm not a professional, I am an amateur, and I just churn out what I can give. It's not a lifestyle for everyone, but I have to say it is fulfilling for me. So how many of you have side hustles? Or how many of you are taking commissions to draw artwork or maybe logo designs? Maybe you're also a freelancer, photographer, videographer. Alright, so let's talk a bit about freelancing over the weekend. It's a good thing that you have something to do over the weekend, especially things that actually makes you money. Side hustles, weekend jobs, temporary jobs, anything would be okay. As long as it's, safe, halal, and doesn't go against your day job. So the setup right now for me is really perfect. I got my weekend free and I do a bit freelance. Especially now when restrictions for COVID have been relaxed, and you can have events, you can have mass gatherings, controlled mass gatherings with social distancing, and the demand for photographers and videographers did go up. So it's not all fun and games, it is tiring work. How much you spend over the weekend working, it takes a toll upon you because you don't get that much rest. Not to mention the editing work that I need to do for my photos and videos, a bit of touch up here and there. So all in all, man hours spent is quite a lot. If you have a talent and you have a weekend free, I suppose taking up freelance work would be really beneficial. I mean, for you polish your skills and you get some money in return. Another amazing thing that I realize is that our younger generations now are also very active in becoming entrepreneurs. So basically, this is my setup. Every day after work, I find something to eat, I sit in my chair, and I put in a solid 4 to 6 hours right here. So this is my workstation. I think you've seen it in one of my episodes. Laptop setup where I separate my work differently here. So my laptop will be carrying a different kind of work, while my desktop right here is for more graphic editing kind of work, because I've stopped trying to edit work here. It's crazy hassle, it's not strong enough, but it served me well over the past 4 to 5 years, so I really appreciate this laptop. So probably a bit of show and tell. I've got my Nikon, let me just go grab them. I got this used lens and body. It's my D7000 with a Tamron 17 to 50 lens. That's 2.8. I'm very satisfied with this. I've got a D90 before this and it broke. I mean, I think I went over the 500,000 shutter count, but yeah, I really take a lot of photos. So this is my main still photo camera. It's a DX, which means it's not a full frame, it's crop sensor, and I love it to bits. That's one. And my main camera to record video is the D3300, and this is one of the good entry-level cameras. It's cheap, it's used, has an audio output, so basically I can put up a microphone here, and it does 180p at 60 fps, and that's decent enough. I just bought this young, how do you pronounce this? Yongnuo. There you go. 35mm 2.0, and it gives me really nice bokeh for my videos. Lastly, my backup camera, which I think I got from my sister. Thank you, Kak. It's my Sony. It is a couple of years old. It's a Sony Nex 5. So I use this for videos. I don't really use it for still shots, but I can. It's just I prefer to use this for video. And right now, let me just quickly get my phone. Yeah. And lastly is that one, the Nikon that I just bought for cheap. It's a digital camera. It's not a DSLR. Let me just show you what it looks like. Yeah. Most of my shots are freehand. Now the thing about shooting freehand is you cannot use the same mentality or shooting angles as a gimbal. You gotta be creative in freehand video shooting. Took me a couple of months, learned a couple of ways, YouTube the whole thing and learn. Equipment aside, if you have expensive equipment, that is good. If you don't, just start with whatever you have. So if you ever wanted to provide a service to the public or to anyone out there, just make do with what you have. Everyone might criticize you, that's okay. But at the end of the day, you should not let that stop you from moving forward. Alright, so I think the last thing is freelancing at the weekend is not for everybody. It's not easy, but it's just one of the things that any Bruneian can do, is doing. I see a lot of them are doing over the weekend, and it's not impossible. So for extra bit of cash, why don't you do a bit of freelance? Take it up if you haven't already, or you want to try something different. Go ahead. Do not be discouraged, do not be afraid, do not be scared. So this is me really literally telling you what I was doing last weekend, and if you ever thought about that, freelance might be for you. Do it over the weekend. Why not? So I'm Danny, and this is my weekend, and these are the random things that I do over the weekend, which includes freelancing.